This is someone who clearly was picked because she's a woman and Hispanic, not because she was the best qualified. I could certainly see red and purple state Democrats gawking at it, and she may very well have to withdraw her nomination. That's Kurt Levy, and joining us now, Kurt Levy, Executive Director for the Committee for Justice. So, Kurt, you're focusing on her gender and her race. A lot of voters will be offended by that. Do you really want to go down that road, and does the GOP really want to go down that road?
Well, I can't speak for the GOP, but many liberals are on record as saying that she's not an intellectual heavyweight, that she's had temperament problems.
We've heard from a lot of anonymous. We've heard from anonymous sources.
Well, not from anonymous, from two very reputable liberal law professors, Jeffrey Rosen and Jonathan Turley, on MSNBC yesterday, that she's not an intellectual heavyweight, that you can tell that just by reading her opinions. And that's the only reason that I and other people are suggesting she was picked, because of her race and because of her gender. That's not to say she's not a smart woman, but it seems to be a consensus that she's not as much of an intellectual heavyweight as several of the other people.
I don't know if three makes a consensus. You're naming yourself and Jeffrey Rosen, and he's the one with the anonymous sources in the column, Jonathan Turley.
Again, Jeffrey Rosen, if you read his piece in the New Republic, and again, he's quite liberal. People who work with her say she has temperament problems. She's also made some very intemperate remarks.
We've definitely heard that cliche, though. You'll concede to that, the cliche about successful women having temperament problems. Usually it's worded more strongly. There's a B word that goes with that.
It says, how are you deciding cases as a judge? Are you putting on impartiality? Are you reading the Constitution and Bill of Rights to apply to everyone equally? Or do you have a point of view? I mean, yesterday President Obama said you need to put yourself in someone else's shoes. She's basically said, I can't put myself in anyone else's shoes. I'm stuck right in my own shoes.
With regard to that, I mean, you do have your own point of view. Everybody has that. And she once said, there's no objective stance, but only a series of perspectives, indicating that we're all subjective people. We're all raised in different environments, and we bring that upbringing with us throughout our adult life, and then later in life, you use that experience to make the best decision possible. What's wrong with that? But
Bill, what did she say about it? She said, I'm going to use that experience and perspective and bias from the bench. What judges usually say is, of course, we all have our own religion and politics and whatever. We put that aside. When we put that black robe on, we put that aside. She's saying the exact opposite.
On the